Welcome back. Our next guests in the studio are Dr. E from Atwal Eye Care, and Tarte Cosmetics Global Beauty Director Mel Kuda. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so New York Fashion Week has just ended, and you guys were kind of working together and playing a pivotal role in trying to help with a problem a lot of people have as far as getting glam when you have sensitive eyes. So tell me about that.
Yeah, so really Mel is front and center when it comes to New York Fashion Week. I was fortunate enough to be invited by Mel to come and to help out and see if there was something that we could do to assist and make the application of makeup a little bit easier. So a lot of it had to do with just understanding the whole process and figuring out what clients have to go through, what people who are wearing makeup are dealing with on a regular basis, and then how a professional like Mel addresses it, and how I could kind of improve the situation and just make it easier for everybody involved.
Tell me more about what you guys have been working on and discovering.
So usually in like Fashion Week and in general, when you're working on the models, you come across a lot of like different challenges. So some people tend to have like drier eyes and sensitive eyes. So it's really important to like understand what you're working with and have products to help create like the best result in the end. So with Dr. Atwal, what we did was work with models to kind of see which products work best to get the best results in the end.
Okay, you brought in a couple products. Why don't you tell me about that?
Yes, so I brought in a couple products. These are like my favorites from Tarte that are very perform really well and work for almost every type of eye, especially sensitive eyes. One that I do love is our tubing mascara. It's an amazing product. It just wraps around the lashes in little tubes, and it doesn't weigh down the lashes, and it is flake-free, which is great. So it's very easy to take off also. You just need a little bit of water, and they come out in little tubes. Another product that I love that we have is a cream shadow that's a amazing alternative for eyeshadow versus like a powder if you have more sensitive eyes. Right. It is, again, crease free, and it will not run on you, which is something that's really important.
That's a big one.
Yes. And then another would be like a paraben free like liner. If you want to wear it in your waterline, it helps with like lasting, and it won't disturb the eye when you apply it.
No, I love that because I was telling you guys literally this morning, I have such bad allergies, and I deal with runny eyes like all morning.
Sure.
But it hits the most when I'm doing my makeup. And so you guys have some of these products, like you said, that are the best to make sure if your eyes are getting watery, that the makeup won't run.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's part of the process. The other thing is what's actually happening to the eye while you're applying the makeup. And I think some of the things that people don't really understand, if you have a fan, or if you're staring at in the mirror while you're applying your makeup, your eye is likely to evaporate basically, and the eye is going to water subsequent to that. So blinking frequently while you're applying the makeup, for instance, is one thing. Maybe standing out of moving air. While we were at one of the Tarte events over the weekend, one of the makeup artists, in fact, was just staring as she was applying the makeup, and her eyes started pouring water, and she was kind of freaking out. And so just understanding the process and understanding how the eyes actually dry out, and frequently it's really just from a lack of blinking. Anytime people are doing anything that's visually intensive, we tend to stare, and we don't blink as often. So learning to blink more frequently. Perhaps if you have allergies, putting your allergy drops in before you apply your makeup would be a great idea. Just kind of understanding where your limitations are. If applying something to the waterline is of a concern, perhaps some of the Tarte products that are great for sensitive eyes could help you in that regard.
Nice. Now, really quickly, I just want to talk about something very special you're doing this afternoon for some local warriors.
Yes, I am so excited. One of my passions is giving back, and just being able to like work with like women and girls and just anyone in general that has gone through so much, and just being able to like do their makeup and make them feel good. I'm really excited for that today.
Yeah. We're working with some local warriors from what foundation?
Kaylee's Kindness.
Kaylee's Kindness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're hosting them at Atwal Eye Care, and we have a whole little glam studio set up, and they're going to come in, and we're going to have some lunch and get glammed out, and it should be a pretty fun process.
Nice. It should be a nice event. Well, thank you so much. I mean, to have a global director from a company like Tarte here is a very big deal for Buffalo, and I love that you guys are just working with each other to solve something that's not just for people in Buffalo, but everywhere.
Everywhere.
So very cool stuff that you have, and thank you for what you're doing for these kids. It's going to be a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
for coming in. And viewers, if you'd like to learn more about Atwal and Tarte, just visit their websites at atwaleyecare.com and tartecosmetics.com. Thanks again for coming in, Eva.
Thank you
for having us.